Were you into Van Halen in school, Jimmy?
No, I mean, I acknowledged they were like a popular band when I was in high school. But
Right.
I remember when Jump came out, when 1984 came out, that was such a big album. And I remember my friend Chris writing out the lyrics from Jump, but he wrote them wrong. He was writing them phonetically, so it just looked stupid. like
asshole Sanskrit.
Yeah, who said that? Just like spelling it wrong to make it sound like David Lee Roth did.
He's crying. Dan Soder, welcome.
Hey.
We got a bit. Jim Norton came up with a bit. We got to do this bit.
No, you said it. I thought of it, but you said it.
I don't know. I think let's all take credit.
Collaborative effort.
I'll say.
I think we all were just kind of shooting the shit, throwing the ball around. And I think at the same time we all came up with a nice bit.
Yeah, it clicked.
Because Dan Soder is telling us that he's smoking his pot and going through Cosmos, which is a wonderful stoner show.
It's the best.
It's the best stoner show going right now.
I didn't think I realized in high school I hated science, and I just realized I wasn't smoking enough pot to get into it. And now
it's just blowing your mind.
Can't stop watching it.
You get high and then you pop it in.
Yeah, I get high. I get a nice sandwich from the deli,
right?
And I just watch some Cosmos.
What are some of the other stoner shows out there right now?
I don't know. That's the only one.
That's one you're really into. I'm sure people will now call or tweet and tell us. But and then we decided. I thought it was Jimmy, but I guess it was all of us. We're going to get Neil deGrasse Tyson in here.
Yeah,
if he's up for this. And there might be some pot involved, and then we're going to ask him the real questions.
Oh, man.
How great would that be?
It's going to end up just turning into me asking him questions about my hypochondria. Where I'm just like, hey, do you think I'm going to die? And he's going to be like, I don't know.
Well, we're all going to die, Dan.
Yeah. He's so cool and calm in the way he talks about shit.
Right. You think he would go with that for us?
I don't know.
Bring him in. Who else could get high, though? Who would you bring in for this?
Metzger gets high. Maybe I could.
Let's get Metzger. That's nice. You and Metzger.
J.
Big J would love to have him.
Yeah, Big J's a fun dude to get high with.
He thinks we don't like him or something. His tweets get a little weird about us.
What?
It gets a little weird. He goes, I don't know, man. It just doesn't. I don't.
That's because Big J's like a.
We love Big J.
He's like a hot, chubby girl. So he never takes. He's like, they don't like me. They just like me because I put. And you're like, what? Everyone likes you, Jay.
I'm just saying his tweets about us got a little weird. I'm not. Okay. I'm not trying.
He misinterpreted. Like I tweeted something like, "I hope you die in a boat fire," and he misinterpreted
That's
that.
what I always say to him. Surrounded by the thing that can save you.
We'll get Big J in here soon.
Yeah.
Maybe part of the Stoner Show with Neil deGrasse.
I'll tell you this: Big J and I have a great time getting high and watching awful YouTube videos.
Really?
Comedy videos. We'll go through and watch shitty stand-up.
Oh, that is kind of fun, right?
Yeah, there's a video that Jay and I watch of a guy getting hit in the stomach with a rocks glass from a heckler.
Really?
And it fucking makes me laugh.
Could we find it real fast?
I'd have to text Jay because he knows all the wormholes and how to get there. I'll ask him what the YouTube thing is.
How about you Google guy hit with glass in stomach?
I think that's what it is. I think you could type in maybe.
You really don't. You need to go to Jay to Google that.
It's like a weird one though because there's a guy he knows the guy's name, so he can just go right to it.
But you're not high anymore. I think it's an easy search. Maybe not so easy when you're stoned.
Yeah, when you're stoned, it's a little. There's more clues involved.
Do we get Michu Kaku part of our Stoner Show? He's a little paranoid though.
Yeah, he's probably worse than the fucking potheads.
No kidding.
Hi. Who are you?
That is not a bit.
There's a cookie man talking about spit. That's Neil deGrasse Tyson. He looks like a giant cookie.
I like making Neil deGrasse Tyson like super black when I watch Cosmos. Like I'll be like I'll just talk with it. Like he'll be like Adam's touch, and then he'll show like a white kid. He's like, now I'm gonna go knock this motherfucker out. I just do shit like that by myself.
Nice,
because he's so nice and warm. He feels like the teacher you always wanted.
Right. What's the one thing about Cosmos that?
No, he doesn't feel like that. You know who feels like the teacher I always wanted? One of those teachers who fucks her students.
Well, that's actually probably the better way to say it.
What's one thing about Cosmos that has blown you away?
For some reason it makes me relax more when I'm high because you realize that none of this shit matters.
On Earth?
Yeah.
Of course not.
And that's the best part. That fucking weed paranoia goes away.
As soon as you see how insignificant we truly are, then why are we fucking fighting with each other? You dummies.
Well, it's the Jews. Well, I'll tell you a little fun space fact I learned recently. I was watching, not Neil deGrasse Tyson show, I was watching something on Netflix about fucking quantum physics. And you know how they say string theory is the new rave in that community. And they say strings are like kind of immeasurable. They're so small. And they were trying to explain how small an individual string is, which they say we don't have the technology really to see it. Is they said to see an individual string, an atom, you know how small an atom is, it's trillions of times smaller than anything. A string inside an atom, they said if you blew an atom up the size of the Earth, you still wouldn't be able to see a string.
Holy
If you blew it up the size of the solar system, you wouldn't be able to see a string. They said if comparatively an atom was the size of the known universe,
right,
a string would be the size of a tree.
That's insane.
Wow.
That's how small it is compared to an atom.
So the string theory thing is all bullshit then.
No, that's probably right because
wow.
You know, but imagine trying to tie your shoes with them. Go ahead, Danny.
That's good to see you again, Jim.
Take that and run with it.
Yeah,
please.
you go ahead, take that's pretty goddamn small, isn't it?
I fucking love Jim's uncle humor sometimes.
People want Joe Rogan for the Neil deGrasse pot show. Of course, he'd be the #1 get.
Yeah, he's the first round draft pick.
You think we could work this out? We could do a special time too. We'll just go on later at night or something.
Yeah, I'll get
I
sued.
want
That'd
to
be
do
fun
this
one night, but I don't smoke pot, so I'll do some.
Yeah.
I'll drink a lot of coffee and just talk to everyone. I'll get all
Have some
zooted.
chamomile.
Yeah,
really get into
yeah,
it.
nice calming effect.
Ooh,
I love
wear some
chamomile.
sweatpants. Really get into
Take
it.
a melatonin, guys. I'm as zooted as you. Trust me.
The room's spinning.
Get the word out to Neil deGrasse. This is what we want to do with him.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so many questions.
That would be cool.
Here's the shitty part about smoking weed and watching Cosmos. You forget all of what stuff's called, so it's just me going to be describing things without the proper name. I'm going to be like, when you were in the light tube underground, he's going to be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Subway, sir.
Yeah.
What I hated about Cosmos is how he just dramatically walked out of frame.
I don't
Next
like
time
that.
you get high, it's going to bother you now.
What bugs me is how he says
He says
water.
something very dramatic and then has to walk out of frame.
He always says water. Like he's got that. He says, that's how he says. He's like, water. So he'll be like, and then the thing, water. And you're like, stop.
Water.
It just bugs the fuck out of me.
Is he saying it right?
Yeah, I mean, you think he's saying it with that. That's like the East Coast accent, like
Right.
water.
Well, Philly really fucks up the word water.
Yeah. Water.
Water. I forget how to say
They
it.
fuck up a lot of
Water.
it.
Water.
What's going on?
Going on.
Hoagie.
Him.
Hoagie? Get a hoagie?
Yeah.
How do they say water though? Water. I forget
Water,
now.
like water.
Is it like that?
It's like,
Water.
it's like water, like WOODER.
You know, who used to shit on me for how I say water. It was Tracy Clordy when I was at K Rock. She's like, you don't sound local.
You're obsessed with this Tracy broad.
I like Tracy, but I didn't like the fact that she was like, she basically made me feel like a country bumpkin when I was trying to get a job. She's like, say water to me. And I was like, water. She's like, see, you have to say it water. And I just, that
Well,
fucking
you got to
made me-
sound local. That's important.
Yeah.
In rock radio. I always go, I don't care if he plays over the mountain. Where's he from? Fucking assholes.
Yeah.
I had a sexual harassment case against that broad if I wanted it. She's invited me. She was technically our boss, and she's invited me to go sunbathing in the nude under the Brooklyn Bridge.
Maybe she's just trying to
with
give
her
you
friends.
cancer.
Just the slow way.
Yeah.
With her friends. She invited me to do some sunbathing nude with her and her friends.
Why would you tell on her?
Why
for
wouldn't
that?
you say no? Why would you say no? I would have went in a second.
I love her because she said that.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking around.
She
I'm like,
sounds
wow,
fun.
you're amazing.
Yeah, she's like, you want to go sit naked under a bridge? You're like, oh, you got some fucking problems, lady.
Just don't do it in Tampa. You might see some fucking kid fly by.
You're like, and there he goes. Wait, kid fly by?
It's a story in the news now.
I don't read the news.
What, they threw a kid off the bridge
Some
or something, right?
delusional dad. Yeah, he was. I'm out of his mind.
He threw his kid off a fucking bridge?
Yeah, well, that stopped all the fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He was a maniac.
Gord likes giving kids to the wrong people. This Gord is a little messed up at times.
But his lawyer warned the cops. They called in and said,
Right.
"Look, my client in a divorce is losing his mind." And they, of course, the woman didn't refer. The social worker didn't refer him.
I don't understand this God guy sometimes. There are couples out there, there are a lot of them listening right now. They can't have a kid for nothing. They've tried everything. And then Gord gives a kid to these shitty fucking parents. And then what? He just throws the kid over the side of the bridge? For what reason, Jim Norton?
I don't know. I just think this guy. I think is legitimately crazy because they said he was calling every few minutes. The lawyer said he was calling every few minutes, saying like religious things, and then saying, "I'm not sure if the daughter is the son or whatever it is, other girl's mine." And then he wanted to buy. He was trying to get a Bible translated like into Swedish. It was just a really weird, rambling shit that probably some kook off his medicine.
Right. Well, there's another kid story.
Should have just killed himself.
The Ohio mother accused of aiding boyfriend in the rape of her 8-year-old daughter.
What's the story? Yeah, they just can't keep secrets. Am I missing the point?
Fucking shitty parents. Shitty parents stories in the paper every fucking day.
Well, she fled from the mother's house. The guy tried to rape her, and I guess she got out. The judge set the mother's bail at $1 million, and Hargis is at $2 million. So I don't know.
There's that moment where she got away, where they looked at each other and they're like, "Fuck."
Yeah, he said, "Hold it down." Goddamn kid, fleet of foot.
That second she turned a corner, they both looked at each other like, "Ugh, fuck."
Yeah, do you think she's going to get friends? No, I don't think she is.
She'll be back, right?
Yeah, do you think she was just so turned on? No, I don't think so.
Should have run it off.
What's that noise? It sounds like somebody knocking on a screen door at a house next door.
Yeah. Let's say out of Andrew in Pennsylvania. Andrew, go ahead.
Andy.
Hey, good morning,
Good
fellas.
morning.
Opie, I don't want to burst your bubble on this new bit you're working on already right out of the gate, but with Cosmos and smoking pot, isn't that kind of ripping off Joe Rogan's show as it is now? Doesn't that guy smoke pot?
Well,
he smokes pot and does everything.
Well, very good point, I must say. Rogan definitely...
I'm excited for the bit. I want to see you guys do it, but I don't want you to get too invested with it and reach out to Rogan and he calls you out on it, or some other fan asshole like I am calls you out on it.
No, a few things. Rogan does do kind of a pot show every day, but he's in control when he's on pot. So, you know what? I don't think Joe Rogan would be a good one for our pot show.
You think he's too strong on pot?
He is too focused and still way too intelligent when he's on his pot.
Yeah.
We need guys that are like,
me.
Asking the silly stuff.
Yeah, you need a real idiot.
The silly stuff because you're really high. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a little different, Andrew. I think.
I agree. I think it'll be a good bit.
But I mean, we thought Rogan right away, but maybe he's not right for this particular show. I mean, that one and done show we might do.
He would actually take the conversation into like super interesting places more so.
No, but we don't want that. We want goof. We want goofy, and we want Neil deGrasse Tyson just rolling his eyes a lot.
Oh, he gets so mad.
Joe's a good talker, man. Like, and a really good
he's amazing.
Good community. Like,
Yeah.
he has an ability. I don't mean good talker in a bad way. Like, he has the ability to fucking be interesting about almost anything he's discussing.
Right.
He's very good. That's why his podcast is so fucking huge.
And I ended up listening to guys I thought, I don't give a fuck about this guy. And then it's Rogan and this guy. And I'm like, holy fuck, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, that's what I love about his podcast.
Over and over again.
He's got knowledge of shit where you're like, how did you know that?
How did you even know this guy?
Yeah.
And then he does this thing.
Yeah.
Yes, this is Mike Clark. He invented a brainstem stimulator.
Yes.
Wow. Where'd you meet him? Where'd you meet Mike?
When you meet him.
How do you know that guy? But yeah, he has. Plus, the way he kind of it's just like there's just a 3-hour chat. Mm-hmm. But he said there's been times where it was a little harder to get, which is I was kind of relieved to hear that, because I'm like, what is he just fucking? He's just this comfortable with everyone. But he said at times, hey, you don't get as much as you wanted, or the chemistry isn't there, like when you're first interviewing someone. So
yeah,
why am I babbling?
It's all good. Dan, what's the update on the girl? Everyone wants to know. My Twitter has not stopped with you and your long-term relationship. I don't think Jimmy was here for that.
Yeah,
no, what happened?
My girlfriend moved to L.A., so people are taking bets on when she's going to leave me.
Why'd she move? She an actress?
Yeah.
You're finished. Yeah, there's no good-looking guys out there to keep her busy. Should have sent her somewhere else, Dan. Fucking, like Jacksonville, Florida.
I didn't choose to send her. I would have sent her to Bismarck, fucking North Dakota if I could have.
She's already kind of hanging with a guy, and they have a sushi place together, right?
I was one of her friends, which I called her out after I was on there.
Oh, you did?
I was like, what's up with you going with him? She's like, all right, if that bothers you, I won't do it. I was like, good,
Sure,
don't do
will.
it.
Here's what let me translate. Okay, if that bothers you, I'll just say I was doing something else.
Every time she's doing something now, I think she's doing that. I'm like, what are you really doing?
You're not wrong.
I think you were on 2 weeks ago. Have you seen her since?
No, I'm seeing her next week.
Next week?
Yeah, she'll meet me out on the road.
Are you hanging in there?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
All right.
I'm totally. Don't say it like you're gonna.
I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
No,
the odds
no one is rooting for me.
The odds are way against you.
There is not one person rooting for me.
I think Tiger Woods has a better chance at winning the Masters this year than you and your girl lasting.
I think.
And he's a bust.
Okay.
Tiger Woods is a bust.
I'm go Team Tiger. I'm on.
He has a
Woods.
better shot at winning the Masters.
Yeah.
But I'm still rooting for you.
I'm rooting for you.
No,
I swear I'm rooting for you.
Anyone's rooting for me.
I am.
This is all bullshit, and I can feel it.
I'm kind of rooting for you, Dan.
Now you're not.
I swear
you're not
to you.
even kind of rooting for
I'm
me.
rooting for
gotta
Dan
be
to
honest.
catch her cheating, but in a humiliating way.
What would be the most humiliating way?
Like after I want you to be kissing her neck for a while, biting it, and then all of a sudden you realize there's a crusty thing in her hair that your nose has been bumping into, and you realize it's not hairspray in the '80s. But there is semen in her hair, and your nose has been bumping into it. Now, no disrespect to your girlfriend. I don't know her.
But just a small trace, or like a large chunk of cum in her hair.
Something that looks like it fell off a building when ice melts.
So it got loose ice and fell in her hair.
That's the update. You guys are hanging in there.
Yeah, we're good.
How long have you been with her?
2 years.
All right, you're gonna get hurt.
Jim's talking about like he's mafia muscle and like just exactly how precise you're going to be.
Well,
Like,
it's
right,
difficult
get
for a girl to. Let's be honest. She's going out to. How old is she?
25,
Oh, yeah.
25,
How old are
very
you?
good looking.
31, going to be 32.
You're not old. You're the same age. She's going out to L.A. though, man. That's tough.
Have you ever had a long distance relationship, Jimmy?
Yes.
You have.
Have worked, but I mean, it depends on what you mean by long distance. Never anything substantial for a long. But that's probably my fault. I think women can do that better than we can because I'm a quick fix pig. So when somebody is gone for a month, there's no way.
You break down.
I'm
You break
awful.
down quickly.
I'm awful. I had to fuck somebody. I saw you Tuesday. It's Thursday. Yeah, I'm a pig.
Yeah. How frequently do you talk to her on the phone? That's
Every
the
day.
question. Okay.
We talk every day.
You talk on the phone or text?
Have you?
Talk.
That's no good.
Why is that no good?
That's codependent.
Okay.
She's gonna be sick of your voice.
Either way, I go with Jim. It's
So
just
wait a
fun.
minute. Every day you talk. What do you talk about every day?
Is that how her day was?
You probably talked every day while she was home.
Yeah.
So it's probably not that big of a stretch to
No,
talk
not
every
at all.
day. Yeah.
Have you Skyped?
Yeah.
The whacking yet?
No, I haven't jerked off on Skype yet.
We talked about that as well.
Why haven't you?
I don't know. This hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. How long has she been gone?
A month?
Yeah, and she's not dying to see your prick. It's a bad sign.
I don't like that you called it a prick like
Yeah.
that. You're like one of my dad's friends.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, she seen your prick yet?
Show her your prick.
You prick.
Yeah. I'm going to see her next week, though. So
All right.
Where?
great. Now I'm going to be all super suspicious. I'm like, who are you fucking the entire time?
Don't panic. Don't panic in front of her.
Where are you seeing her?
Keep it cool.
Arizona.
How many? You're going doing gigs, right?
Yeah.
So she'll want to hang out and do something fun, like with her friends in LA and get sushi, and you'll be like, "No, I got 2 shows." Are you spending any time there with her beforehand or after?
After.
How
For
long?
what? A
Just
day?
a day.
Oh, that's no good.
Listen, I don't like all this negativity.
We're trying to be there for you.
I'm going to make it work.
Why'd she move? There's a lot of acting work in New York.
Yeah, I tried saying that.
And what'd she say?
She's like, I have to give it a try before
All right.
I settle down here.
Did she ask you to come with her?
No. She knows I don't want to move out there.
Doesn't matter. Did she ask you, did she at least give you the obligatory, I'd love you to come?
Well, yeah. I mean, she said that several times. She's like, obviously, in a dream world, you'd move out here. But then I'm like, nah, I don't want to, stand-up wise, move out there. I like the stand-up scene here
I
way
agree.
better.
You're better off. But Rich and Bonnie, I say this, Rich and Bonnie, not that they're the most exemplary couple, but they made it work through a long distance. I remember when Rich first met her, they were doing long distance. He was here and she was there, so.
Yeah. I mean, we talk a lot. We talk enough. And then we're probably going to see each other about once a month. And then,
Yeah, it keeps young love alive.
That's tough. That's a tough spot.
Yeah, there's no
way around it.
guys
It's a
out,
tough spot.
No guys out there to compete with.
It's funny, the only people that show support are the ones that are like on Twitter. They're like, "Hey, man, it's really hard.
We've
but
all been there.
you could make it work." There's been a couple of people that are like, "I'm long distance with my girlfriend. We make it work for about a year."
Well, you ready to get married?
Not yet.
See, that's the problem too. You're in a tough spot, man.
Yeah.
Can we just get high with Neil deGrasse Tyson
You're in a
and
tough
talk
spot.
about?
I wish you nothing but the best, Dan Soder.
Will you miss her?
Yeah.
How'd you meet her?
We were filming something for Fox, and I met her on set.
All right.
She pretty?
Very.
Okay.
There's your update. Can we talk about the wrestler? So what's the story? So he sent out pictures of his girl naked.
Well, so last night, right before Raw, so the timing was not good because that's when all the internet wrestling fans are searching on these Twitters and stuff.
Right.
Seth Rollins, from his Instagram and Twitter account, tweeted out this photo of a chick who's in WWE's developmental system.
Okay.
But she was nude in the photo.
Why would he do that?
Okay.
That's a dick move.
But that's just going to get him in all sorts of trouble, no?
Well, yeah, he probably didn't do it on purpose.
What do you mean?
Well, see, this is her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait.
Look at her hiney.
Yay.
I mean, you can't even. There's no.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
What's her name?
How do you not, Zahara?
Why does she only have 16 likes?
It's probably taken very quickly.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that can't be on Instagram, and if you work for WWE, you can't tweet nude.
So do you
photos
think
of
he
your
meant to
girlfriend.
send that as a private message?
My personal opinion is his fiance probably caught him with the photo and then had his Twitter password, and she tweeted it from his account to get him in trouble.
So the fiance was getting him in all sorts of trouble.
Oh, that's not his girl. I thought that was his girlfriend.
That's the chick that he's supposedly seeing on the side.
There's a rumor that he's having an affair with this girl.
Correct.
Okay.
And what's
And
her
so-
name again? She's lovely.
Zahara Schreiber.
Yeah, in the words of Jim Norton, she's lovely.
She is.
Yeah, she's amazing.
That's a nice hiney.
But so then his
The tattoos are creeping down a little too much into the breast, though.
I don't
I like
mind
that.
that.
I leave the
I don't
breast
like that.
alone with
Yeah.
the tattoos.
like
yeah,
that.
oh yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I don't mind. I've been getting into a little bit more tattoo. The girl has
Yeah.
weird tattoos all over the place.
I mean, they got the sleeves and stuff.
Sleeves I'm fine with.
I
Titty
turned the corner
tattoos.
on that, but when the down on your breast and around your nipples, no.
Look, there's two slugs, but they're your pussy lips. Yeah, I know. And a big salt shaker on her stomach. Boo. Bomb-a-roo.
so then
So we don't know how her naked picture got out there.
What a rump.
They're assuming it's
A rump.
it
She's
was
a nice rump.
It was
Prick and rump. I like that.
yeah, he did not take credit for posting the photos.
Right.
So I'm assuming that his fiance got mad about the fact that this chick was sending him nude photos of herself.
Okay.
And so his fiance got into his Twitter account.
I
and
get why
tweeted
a
him out.
fiance would do that. Like, you know, you fucking bitch. This is my guy.
But then she went a little bit further.
Oh.
His fiance.
What'd she do?
Oh, the fiance released the other picture too?
Well, yeah, that was from her Twitter account.
Oh wow, the fiance is pissed off because then she tweets a naked picture of him,
Who's the fiance?
and he's a
Some
big
chick.
star in the WWE.
Why didn't she tweet it from her own account both times?
Because this one, the nude photo of her, of the chick that's in WWE developmental, is going to get all these views because all these wrestling fans.
Okay.
are
Oh,
following
right.
him.
Sure.
And so she was probably like, "Oh, you know what? I'll also."
That's not an embarrassing photo, though. It's like, it's not like you have a fucking a catcher's mitt in your twat. You
No,
just
but
see it from the
you could
side.
you could get fired for that.
No, but her?
Yeah.
Why? She didn't tweet it?
Just that there's nude photos of her out there.
Really?
It's a
Yeah.
family-friendly company.
Oh,
yeah,
is it?
but you know
Is
what?
it really?
That's fucking. That's been
Wrestlers fall
stolen.
from the ceiling on their heads and stuff.
Not actively. It's not like a present thing. That's
No, it's one of their things.
I don't know.
I
If
don't think
that's,
they wrote it.
What?
They weren't like, hey, I got a good idea for a pay-per-view.
She's pretty, man.
Go to Deadspin has the picture. We'll tweet it out on our stuff, I think, right, E-Rock? So you can see the picture.
Hey.
It's a picture of his body with a rod. These guys in good shape. Jesus, that's embarrassing as a man.
he does CrossFit. So
That's hilarious.
see, and there's
The
a
one
little-
on the right's the funnier one because that's the.
Oh, let me see the one on the right. You can't see his dick. It's just his
Yeah.
face, right?
No.
No,
that's
you
his
can
dick
see
right
it
there.
flopping over. You, got a little-
That's- yeah.
you see his dick flopping
I didn't
over.
see it.
Now,
Well, as I've said in many things,
I don't think that's a big dick, considering how big he is.
you
right?
don't send the face and the dick.
Yeah.
He's got
Dummy.
He's got a flop picture.
Yeah, I get why you'd have that, but you don't send the face and the dick.
His penis looks huge in that one because it's it's
all
it's
scale.
the angle, right?
It's average. It's a
shaves
fine.
down though, huh?
What's that?
He's got like a hairy chest, but shaven balls. Who would have thought?
Well,
So
you know.
what's
He's got
going to
better
happen?
abs than I do.
What's going to happen to everybody in this?
I have no idea.
Is
I
this a
think-
problem for Vince?
Seth Rollins has apologized. He said he had no knowledge, didn't take any credit of posting the photos, which I would believe him.
Yeah, that one with the faces. Who did he send that to with the dick? I like the fact that he chops the dick off, so you just can't tell where it starts. Yeah. But it probably starts like an eighth of an inch before the photo.
It's like he's photobombing his own dick pic.
Yeah, never put the face in the cock.
You kind of
fucking rookie.
You kind of do look silly with a heart on. That's what I'm learning today.
Yeah.
You kind of look silly.
I got a picture of a
with
heart on. I got a picture of my fucking boner, but I'm wearing awful socks in it.
Yeah.
And I had a girl one time go, "Nice socks." How did I do that?
Stop sending that one.
No, not at all.
All right, I'm a little confused, but I think I got it. So, fiance of the wrestler gets pissed off.
Yeah.
Sends the nude picture of the side piece out there.
Theoretically,
and then says, "Well, I'm not done yet. I'm now going to send a nude picture of you."
Yeah, from her own Twitter account.
She's trying to ruin his life. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I mean,
that's burning everything to the ground.
Are they broken up?
Is the wedding off?
I don't know. Huh?
Is the wedding off?
That I hope not. I love a wedding.
Do you?
Yeah.
I wish you would go to one in Game of Thrones.
I don't watch that show.
God damn it.
He hopes you die.
Huh?
It's the short way of saying he hopes you die.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a real massacre that I wished you were a part of. Fucking big sword in your throat.
Now do you understand? All
Then
right.
There's all these Facebook messages that she's deleted, but of course Deadspin screen grabbed all of them, where she appears to be mocking text messages that she found between Rollins and this
I
other
love you so much, baby. I hate my life and my fiance. I just want to run away with you.
Ooh.
And that's what the wrestler.
That's why his wife.
Fiance.
That's why his fucking fiance. If she blew him up, that's why. She's just screen capping his fucking text. Wait, can we read some more of these gems? Oh boy.
Oh man.
So the fiance sent these out, and these are actual, according to her, possible text messages of the wrestler.
Yeah, these are on her Facebook page.
What's his name again?
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins. Okay. All right, read a couple more of these, Sam.
I love you so much, baby.
Oh.
And then the last one is, I can't stop thinking about you and your sleepy voice. I fucking love you so much. You're the best thing that has ever happened to me.
I mean,
you know what though? I understand the fucking perversion of that. He might not even mean that shit.
Right.
He might not even mean that. He might really love his fiance,
right.
But there's just something so dirty about saying it.
especially with your teeth
fucking
clenched.
cranking your dick. Yeah.
Do you think he was cranking his dick around this time?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
That's not fully hard. Like that's like a half mask. His dick just goes straight.
It's a full hard on, of course. It stands straight out.
There's no
But
bending.
it doesn't go up. It just stands straight
All
out.
dicks don't go up.
How old is he? It should still stand straight up.
I mean, yeah.
It's getting a little weighty.
He's a young guy.
Yeah, that
It's just
thing.
That's like a plank.
Yeah, that thing should be up higher.
Some guys have plank
He
dicks.
does CrossFit.
So it got to do with his dick being straight.
He works out his dick.
He just work at his dick.
Maybe it fucked up one of the ligaments, and it can't get it all the way up now because of that CrossFit.
Maybe. I wish I had abs like that. All the girls would like me.
You think so?
Yes, they would.
That's what's holding you back?
How often would you take off your shirt?
I would have it off now.
I just walk in.
But there's no girls in here.
Doesn't matter. I would just be showing it off to my boys.
Now, Seth Rollins, from his account, WWE Rollins, tweeted, I would like to apologize to all the WWE fans and my family and friends for private photographs that were distributed without my consent. So he becomes a huge star now, even bigger.
This is his sex tape?
He's got it. Yeah, this gives you a little more heat.
I don't think it does, though.
No, it's not good for wrestling.
He's got heat.
Everywhere. He's like saying he's got heat.
He's got heat.
Saying the sentence.
Fandango's got to show his cock. Whatever happened to that guy?
He could use a cock pick. Fandango could use.
Yeah, this is a guy that didn't need a cockpit. This is
the hottest guy, the hottest heel in the company.
Fuck yeah, Sam. Tell it like it is. Guy's got a big straight pecker.
Chip, I didn't mean it like that.
Fuck yeah, babe. Go ahead.
I didn't realize Chip likes
Peckers. He doesn't.
He's a very
sure.
Sure.
Okay.
I've never seen Jim so offended.
He doesn't at all.
I was just confused. You explained it.
He just said tell it like it is.
How many Seth Rollins followers? How many followers do you have?
He's got a lot of fun. I mean, he's
How many of those are little kids?
Huh?
Wow, he's
761,000.
How many do you think those, like,
Our little kids.
That would have blown my mind when I was growing up, like watching Nitro, and all of a sudden,
oh
like
my God,
if they would have
Goldberg's dick was out there.
Yeah.
Well, not that. I was going to say the hot girl naked.
Oh.
That would have been great.
No,
But yeah,
then-
Goldberg's dick would have been awesome too.
But then you get a fucking picture
Blew
of
your mind. Not that it would have been great.
Dusty Rhodes' taint.
Hey, everybody, look at Dusty's taint. Everybody, get a good look there at the American man. Just a simple man from son of a plumber. That's my taint.
What is that? That's one of Ivan Putski's logs. It's shaped like an onion.
Yeah, there's Lex Luger soft.
I think you would have liked to take a peek at some of the superstars' dicks.
We've seen
from
Hulk
back in the
Hogan's
day.
dick.
Yeah, that's
Hulk's
sex tape.
packing.
He's got a big fucking thick one.
Yeah, he's got a thunder lips, baby.
Yeah, he's got a thick cut. I didn't.
What about Macho Man? You think his?
You know what? There was a lot of insecurities with Randy Savage.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
bet-
everyone knows. Yeah, I'm more ferocious in the sack. Yeah, than bringing a big lumber.
I don't know. He was very jealous.
Elizabeth, are you looking at Brad Nose Brown's penis? Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Stop
don't,
looking at the honky tonk man. Yeah.
I don't know if he had a big one.
I don't know.
You know what a giant cock? Bob Backlund.
Did he?
Giant cock.
I don't think so.
Yes, he did.
I would
You
bet
know-
he did.
You know who?
I would bet he did.
You know who has said that he? I heard a story. This man was in a hotel room telling everybody how big his dick was, and it's all he would talk about.
It's a wrestler.
Yep.
Wait.
Mick Foley. Did you try to charge to see it?
What?
Chisler.
Mick.
What era?
He was most popular in the early '90s.
Oh, wow.
Rock
Early superstar
McFoley.
Billy Graham.
Roddy Piper.
Nope.
Scott Hall.
Stone Cold.
Nope.
Frank the Hat Gibson.
I've never heard of that wrestler.
Brooklyn Brawler.
Nope. You want me to give you a real easy hint?
Yeah.
Well, then it's not fun to play.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, easy.
China.
Rick Rude. No, it's not Rick Rude.
Mr. Perfect.
I've helped him gain some internet fame.
Oh, okay.
That's the hint.
I don't know.
I know it is.
I don't know.
You like all wrestlers, so I just assumed.
Yeah.
But I've gained him a lot of
Yes,
internet
you have.
fame.
How did you get him?
Andre the Giant.
I got such a big penis. Who wants to see my penis? I'm pretty drunk. Who wants to look at it? Everybody look at my penis. Touch it. I want you to touch my penis.
Eric, you don't know who the guy is that I've gained internet fame?
I know who it is.
Sarah?
Classy Freddie Blassie.
You seen some big old Bobby Heenan dick, huh?
I don't know, Sam.
He's lonely.
Oh, Virgil.
Virgil.
Virgil? Oh,
Of course I should have known
Yeah.
that.
How do we not see
Lonely
Virgil?
Virgil brags about his big piece.
All the time. Apparently, he was
That's the
telling
rumor?
a room full of people.
Yeah.
They had a 14-inch dick.
Okay.
And he said that Virgil said that Vince used to call him the king of the jungle
Jesus.
because he walked by him in the locker room one day and saw his penis.
Might be true.
You think so?
Yeah, I heard Randy Johnson has a huge dick. That's why the big unit is his nickname. Those sports guys, they're all showering together, so you probably just make fun of each other and whatever. His big dick. Whatever.
Yeah, try to laugh it off to like, what about Andy's dick? He's talking to my wife. I got a little nervous.
Yeah.
What about Lanny Poffo?
Oh,
Lanny
the
Poffo.
genius.
Well, you know the story about him?
No.
He used to.
I know it.
All right, what is it?
Lenny Poffo?
You don't need to repeat it so you can think.
I do know. He hung out with a guy named George and he got shot on a riverbed because he wanted 10 rabbits. Fucking boo, Jim.
I was just happy with how angry Sam got when he said that. Sam was just like, no, that's not it.
That's not the story at all.
No.
I think it is.
No, the
about
story,
that?
the story with him, and he will own up to this if you ask him in the right way,
Okay.
is that
How do you have, what's the right way?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you have to shimmy up to him and go, Lenny.
that's it. People used to go up to him in the locker room and watch him because he was the one guy that could suck himself off.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it, Lenny. Yeah. We grew up doing this. Yeah, it's hilarious. Suck yourself off. Yeah.
And he's the Macho Man's brother, so maybe Randy Savage is packing.
Oh.
They were brothers?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Yeah.
That's why I
Not
said
until
that.
this very moment.
That's why Leap and Lanny
I
got
just
all
thought
those
you wanted to
jobs.
do your Macho Man again.
No, I
I didn't
didn't
know
see
there was a
that.
connection there.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
no, there was a
very
reason.
clever. All right.
How about the iron cheek? Imagine him. Oh, suck your pecker like the camel clutch.
So he admits that he would suck his own dick.
How do you get him to say that? How do you?
You say to him, "So how are you?" And he goes, "I'm great. I can suck my own dick." I know, that's all I'm saying to people.
Now I understand the part where you got to kind of
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, how
carefully ask him.
I suck my own dick
4 days a week.
How did this come about? Because you can't just go, "Hey, I heard you could suck your own dick. Let me see."
Yeah, how do you get?
How do you
out
do
of it?
this? How do you get this done?
If I remember, I think I asked him.
Do you suck your own dick?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I said there's a lot of stories.
Well, no, Stamp said, "Do you mind if I suck your dick?" And the guy's like, "I don't need you. I can do it myself."
So you waves him off.
I think I would watch someone suck their own dick.
Let's get Dennis Falcone in here.
I think I would watch that.
You think you would watch it?
Yeah, because I
you'd
think
watch
that'd be
it?
an
Yeah.
amazing fucking thing. Like kind of a sideshow thing.
Yeah. At a
Yeah,
carnival?
I think I would watch that.
Come on in, see the bearded lady. Watch the man suck his own dick.
What wrestlers watched him do this?
That I don't know
So how do you know this?
because he told me.
He told you.
Well, I was interviewing him on the phone one time.
Where's the audio? I don't want to.
And you couldn't understand a word he said. Yeah, you sound like Charlie Brown's teacher. Sorry, suck my own dick.
Can we get the audio?
It was a long time ago.
All right. Well, we could do it after the break. You cut it up all nice for the people.
Yeah.
I'd rather hear the actual audio than you talking about the audio. Right?
He said,
Yeah, if I can find it.
Maybe Adrian could cut that up for you all nice.
Oh yeah, we have Adrian audio.
We do. You want to do that?
Yeah, let's just give it a gander. I mean, I don't want to knock this new young buck. He might be very talented.
All right. You like when we mess with radio shows right there?
fucking A.
All right.
That's nice language.
Dan Soder, what are you
I
promoting, by
apologize.
the way, as I put this in the old CD machine?
I'll be at Comedy on State, Madison, Wisconsin, this weekend, Thursday through Saturday. And then next week, House Comedy in Scottsdale, Arizona.
You do well in Wisconsin?
I love that club. It's a really fun club.
I don't know much about Wisconsin.
It's awesome.
I hear the people are really cool, though.
Super nice. The club is ran fantastically, and yeah, it's awesome. I'm excited to be there.
I don't know if I've ever done a gig in Wisconsin.
They're like, it's that Midwestern, they come out to see a fucking show, and they really, they don't get too touchy.
Maybe I'll do Milwaukee.
Oh, you should. Oh, God, yeah.
Hi, Adrian. Don't touch the boss's coat. Hi, Jim.
The fact that Sam knows wrestlers' dick sizes really speaks volumes.
I saw it in the photo.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you got your ear to the ground. You just, you're hearing things.
Sam knows a lot.
How many wrestlers' dicks have you seen?
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
Wow.
That took some thinking about.
Wait, the answer's more than one?
I don't know.
That's definitely more
I can
than
honestly
one.
say that that's the first one I've seen.
Well, because I've been on a lot of indie shows and stuff in the locker rooms.
And you have enough carte blanche just to walk around, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Do you take a peek? You take a little peek?
Do you take a sit in the locker room?
Or you
Guys,
try to just look forward,
No, I'll try to
and then you struggle with that, and then all of a sudden you feel like your eye is a wandering.
Yeah, your brown eye.
It starts to wander.
It's
You
a
know.
magnet.
Sam turns around and his pants are down and his asshole is like pulling him back, making pucker sounds. Yeah.
Are you
fucking
able
ass
to
grips
leave? Are you able to leave the locker room just looking straight ahead?
I don't remember a specific example, but I can tell you that I do not consider myself a person who would leave the locker room looking straight ahead.
Why is your breath differently when you leave the locker room than when you walk in?
I mean, that is the implications around that statement.
Yeah.
So you've seen a lot of wrestlers' dicks.
I don't know. I don't remember, but
You do.
The circumstance is
Oh
there.
boy, he's trying to block it out.
I remember if I saw
no.
Sabbath dicks, I would know. I would know what Tony is packing or Geezer. I've never seen their dicks, though.
You would look at their
I would
dicks,
know.
though. You would definitely look at their dicks.
I would go out of my way to do so.
run quickly around a corner if you thought there was a chance.
Without a doubt. I'd stand on a milk crate while they urinated.
You've definitely seen wrestlers' dicks.
See, that's what because I can't picture any wrestlers' dicks right now.
Yeah, you can't picture it. 'cause
Okay,
you're-
what does their belly button look like close up? Belly button. Good. Fucking overeager twit.
flat tire.
I just tripped. I was running in a room by myself and I tripped and fell. Fucking clod. Belly button. Yuck. Ugh, I'm like that girl from American Horror Story.
Don't know that, but
Thank you.
I do.
Sam does. Yeah, she's a dope.
Yep. Lock you in the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I think Sam's got more knowledge than he's letting out.
I can't picture
You've
any
seen a lot
wrestler
of
dicks
dicks.
in my head, except for Seth Rollins, of course.
You have seen a lot of dicks.
Yeah.
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 I must have, and they just blocked him out.
You're probably blocking it out a little bit.
Yeah.
We should take a break before we get into this
Okay,
audio
yeah, we
because
want
it's
to
going to take some
discuss this
time.
with young Adrian.
Do you feel confident about the audio you brought to the show?
I do.
What is it, Todd and Jade?
Yes.
What are
Doing
they
a couple
talking about?
Breaks. They talk about the weather, the Grammys, and the new SpongeBob release.
I saw SpongeBob already.
What'd you think?
I liked it a lot.
We just
Yeah?
did this. We
But no
just
one
did the
gives a
same
fuck.
break they did.
I know.
Oh no!
Yeah,
So,
there's
but that's all you should say. I don't know what else you do with that.
I don't know. I
knowledge.
heard it wasn't great.
I wasn't going to bring it to the show.
SpongeBob.
I saw the movie with my kid, 3D. It was great. Loved it. Whatever. Now what? What did they do with it?
They probably talked about how SpongeBob sounds like a birth control almost. It's like saying diaphragm, Bob. Get it? Sponge.
Yes, we get it.
No,
They say that.
I love to get it.
Just saying.
Brings it all together.
Thank you.
It's terrible.
I have to go change my clothes for my workout.
You're pinching
Already?
your penis.
Yeah.
You're pinching your genitals.
So what? Am I supposed to do them?
Trying to do a show.
I'm doing the show.
What do you think we're doing?
See, if you notice that Jim's pinching his genitals, I think you've seen wrestler dick.
That's what I'm saying. If it was there, it's not like I'm not going to look at it.
Yeah, okay. I think, okay.
That's all. I'm not going to sit there and deny
Yeah,
that.
you probably do more than look. You're talking to it. Tap the head. Testing. And laugh.
You don't do that.
Well, we're going to take a break. Oh, the Brian Williams story, we did tease that. Basically, there's a manager at the hotel in New Orleans saying there's no way he could have seen bodies floating by. So that's lie number 2. Wow. That's pretty heavy. And then there's a story about Israel that's getting some heat today.
Ah, man, this is it.
Where he
Wolves are feasting.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's time. They have to rip him down now,
Yeah.
right? That's what our culture does.
He deserves it, though. I mean, he's
I guess he was flying in a helicopter with the Israeli army or something, and Hezbollah was shooting rockets at him or something, or I don't know, or they saw it below. The story's a little confusing.
Now he must be destroyed.
So he exaggerated that, is what basically what they're saying.
He was like beloved probably what?
Oh, my God.
like, a month ago.
Oh
2
my
months
God!
ago?
They lived for years. He was loved 10
years.
And then people are like, oh, they smell blood, and they're just like, let's fucking rip them apart.
He deserves it, though. If you're lying and you're the nightly news anchor and you're lying on the broadcast about what you did and you're telling stories that are bullshit, this is not like he cheated on his wife and it's like a personal life thing.
Yeah.
It's like you're lying on the news and we catch you, you're done.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He did an interview with Stars and Stripes trying to explain himself, but then he didn't fully commit that he just made up the whole thing. He said what he did because he was scared or something.
What?
Yeah, that was weird too. If you can find that clip.
have it.
Oh, you
Yeah.
got the actual clip?
Sam is good.
I heard this on, I don't know what I heard it on. Was it 1010 Wins or was I in a cab? It might have been NPR. Might have been a little NPR action. Those cabbies love the NPR.
Oh my God, they fucking love it.
What a bore fest.
Terrible.
They have a horrendous job, so they decide, let's make it worse. Let's listen to NPR all day.
They have to put on something calming while they're terrifying.
You think that's what it is? Because
Well,
a lot of these guys love NPR. You might be right.
I think it also talks about where they're from, though, the news. They have international news.
I am listening to understand if my village has been wiped out. I don't know. Where you go? 60 seconds. You want me to take that? That's what it is every time, yeah.
I think we have a couple minutes before we do have to break. We just can't do the audio because that's going to take too much time. If you can find that clip real fast, Brian Williams was trying to, get himself out of trouble by doing this interview with Stars and Stripes.
Yeah, I got it here.
Okay, yeah.
Saying he's scared.
I'm not sure if this is the exact clip I heard, but you'll hear some bullshit in here for real. Oh, there's a lot of clips, Sammy.
There's 4 clips. They're all short.
How all short? What are the times on these things?
2 minutes, more or less.
All right, just start with the first one. Let's see where this goes.
I was speaking to these guys today, and, they all told me that they couldn't understand how you could make a mistake. Like, this is the beginning of the war. It's like the first week of the invasion. These are memories that are seared into people's minds, right? There's all this buildup, and then finally there's the war. And all of them told me that they couldn't understand how you could misremember which aircraft you're on or whether your aircraft was hit. So I'm just wondering, how does that happen?
Same reasoning in reverse. It was my first engagement of the war, and remember, we were all, I think, scared. I have yet to meet the veteran who doesn't admit to, cinching up a little bit when it starts. And it all became a fog of getting down on the ground. What do we do now? Taking our direction from the air crews. I'm traveling with a retired 4-star general. And then the arrival of the armored mech platoon. So a professional will look at this differently. They go into a kind of hyperdrive. I did what a civilian, an untrained civilian, would do in that instance, and it was being scared. I think anyone in my shoes would admit that.
Cooked.
It could not have been a more foreign environment. All we knew is we had been fired upon. All we knew was we had set down, and then with the arrival of the sandstorm, how do we defend our little desert bivouac area?
How do we? You're not defending anything.
Exactly.
I grabbed a gun. That's another part of his lie.
Yeah.
I started taking it into my own hands.
Yeah, you sit there and fucking prepare the meals and address
Right.
while the men do some work.
How do we? What are you talking about?
I told him I didn't want to go back, and they sent me back. Like, what, Brian Williams? Like,
I'll do
he's
like
trying to save his ass, but he's lying.
Do you guys, as Christopher Walken would say, "Oh, it's a real case of show and tell." Oh,
that was so good.
thank you. I pull it back. I don't want to embarrass Kevin or Jay, but I do it better. It is that show and tell bullshit. You show me everything, but you don't want to tell me nothing, or the reverse. He's just setting up things. I was traveling with a fort. None of that means anything.
I had eaten some bad soup the night before, so things were a little foggy.
You don't misremember. You can misremember timelines, but you don't misremember being shot any more than that fucking liar Hillary Clinton misremembered that fucking thing in Bosnia.
And that's
They're lying.
And that's going to be a problem when she runs.
Yeah, I hope so.
That's going to be a big problem when she runs. Why hasn't she announced her candidacy?
She might not run because of that. Maybe she can't. Maybe she knows they're going to kill. Especially with this Brian Williams thing now. It's bringing it all back into the light.
Is there other anchors that do this shit? Exaggerate their experiences? I can't think of anyone else that has actually even told stories like Brian Williams has over the years.
Well, Dan Rather and all those guys, I think, had done a lot of, I don't know if Brokaw did, but Dan Rather did a lot of stuff overseas and in the war. But there's documented footage of it. I don't know if Brian Williams has that kind of...
Yeah, I'm talking more of the recent guys. Do those guys tell stories like this? I can't think of
everybody
any.
does.
But
well, I know they all lie.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of not getting caught doing it.
I mean, everyone pumps up their shit when you're on TV.
You might not have to, though, if you're really in a firefight. You may not have to pump it up. Like, what happens? They were all shooting.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, Brian Williams didn't have to pump up this. It was still an okay story.
That's what I'm saying.
And then he's saying we had to defend. He wasn't defending anything. He was
maybe he's talking
behind people.
Yeah, but maybe he's talking about the Army like people talk about sports teams.
Oh,
he's like, we were on the defense. It didn't look good.
Oh, there you go. You want to play another clip of this? Is this doing all right?
It's one of those things. Go ahead, Sammy. Hit play before it tickles.
Part 2. Let's listen a little more of this.
I had multiple guys tell me that they remember immediately after this, the news coverage, this was within days of it, that you and NBC had reported that you were on the aircraft in those first broadcasts.
Oof.
So is that not true?
On which aircraft?
That you were on the aircraft that was hit?
No, I think I correctly reported, as I did in my blog in 2008, that I was on the aircraft behind the one that was hit. It was not because I knew we had all come under fire. I guess I had assumed that all of the airframes took some damage because we all went down. Also, remember, adding to the fear of the moment was the fact that we unhooked. Our loadmaster let loose a huge, our cargo. So you go through this over torque where you rise in the air before you settle, despite what was some dandy piloting by the crews of all 3 aircraft.
Dandy?
It was like landing.
Shut up,
Dandy?
Brian.
Yeah.
Dandy piloting. It's a great name for a porn star. Dandy piloting in.
Dandy Pilot.
Yeah. The pink sucker.
There's more clips, but we're going to tap out. We could finish this one.
I don't believe him.
Yeah, he's just throwing a whole bunch of fog at you.
Yep.
Whole bunch of fog.
Case of show and tell. Good, right?
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Thank you. That was me, by the way, not really walking.
Yeah, thought he came in here.
Yeah. Push play on this.
On the surface of the moon. And I'm going to have a far different recollection than the professionals who, these are the guys, and I think maybe you know more than I do. Was it a mixture of Big Windy out of Germany and Air National Guard from the States? That's what I recall.
From Savannah. Yeah, that's correct. And what I was told by one of the crew members who was actually on your Chinook is that you guys were like an hour behind this grouping of 3 Chinooks that are out in front. And that 3 Chinooks out in the front came under fire, and the middle one was hit.
And that's the first I've heard of that. I did not think we were in trail by that far. I think that's probably a good question for Tim, who I now learn witnessed the overflight. But I could not see in front of us, but I thought we were just in one flotilla. For lack of a better word, I did. That's the first time. I've heard
my
that.
God! You would know if you're an hour behind.
Yeah, of course you would. Of course you would.
Yeah.
Because if you're he's saying that
because he said we were fired upon,
Right.
and then we landed. He's telling the story like he remembers it.
Right.
He's just bullshitting.
He's like, yeah, weren't they from from Georgia, right? And the guy's like, what?
The guy's trying to make a collaborative thing, so the guy's like, yeah, you would know.
Yeah.
This would be funny to mix with the fucking the Pat O'Brien audio. Me, you,
That's
or
it.
Mel Gibson screaming at him.
Right.
You brought me before the jacuzzi.
Maybe part 3, because then it's him correcting the record, and then we can stop.
Okay, what's part
more.
3?
One more.
Okay, so you're going to provide that explanation to these guys that you had read to me.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to do anything on the air to kind of correct the record?
I don't know. I'll talk to my boss. I'm certainly willing. I did not. Again, it's very basic. I would not have chosen to make this mistake. I don't know what screw up in my mind caused me to conflate one aircraft from the other.
Well.
The fact is, I remember 3 aircraft going down. I was on one of them. And an additional aircraft aside from ours took an RPG through the rear housing above the ramp. And it was our first engagement of the war. A trip that eventually brought me to downtown Baghdad. And this is what I said to you earlier. My war experience in no way matches that of the professional soldiers we were traveling with.
No shit.
No one said that it did.
We certainly had a variety of experiences from the airport road into Baghdad to Baghdad itself after Colonel Perkins led his Thunder Run.
Wow. I think he's cooked.
Yeah, he's fucked.
He's cooked. I mean, he's trying to get out of it, whatever, but
Yeah.
there's just too much there. Let me say hi to Brad in New Orleans. Brad, what do you got, buddy?
Hey, I'm no fan of Brian Williams or NBC, but I can speak to the Katrina thing before they try and fry him on that.
Right.
And he was staying at the Ritz-Carlton, which is...
Ooh.
Yeah, agreed.
Fancy.
Agreed. That's where he was staying. The local papers have been covering this, obviously, but I was there through the storm.
Me too.
And that hotel was on Canal Street, and I can tell you, it was flooded. I rode down that street in a offshore fishing boat that we commandeered. So there was legit water at that location, and there were bodies around. It's not, stacked to the ceilings like people think on TV, but there were bodies. So that one, they shouldn't hang him out on.
Well, there's an article in the paper today. There's no way Brian Williams saw bodies floating, says the NOLA hotel manager. former manager of the swanky hotel where Brian Williams stayed during Hurricane Katrina, demolished his claims that he saw a body float by and laughed off his assertion that gangs were roaming the hallways. Mira, who ran the Ritz-Carlton New Orleans when Williams was there in 2005, told the Post on Monday that the hotel was right on the edge of the flooding with not enough water on Canal Street for the horrific scene Williams has described. I know I didn't see a dead body, and there was no manager's report of seeing a body ever recorded. There would have been a manager's report, Myra told the Post. That did not happen in the French Quarter.
Well, if he's basing that on there should have been a manager's report, things were a little off-kilter that week, if you want to say.
Well, Myra also chuckled at Williams' recollection of roving gangs marauding through the five-star hotel, saying cops were constantly coming and going because the New Orleans Police Department had set up a command post there. Attempts were made to breach the entrance, but they were stopped before they got in, said Myra.
That sounds a little far-fetched. There was some pretty heavy activity in the convention center. I spoke to the security guard, and the funniest line of the whole thing was he said, when the storm was bad, but he said when they left after the storm and came back with condoms and alcohol, I knew things were getting ready to get bad.
All right.
Appreciate
He's just trying to help us a little bit.
Oh, I know, but you can never say the funniest line because it better be a home run.
Anyway,
he's fucked.
That's nice language.
Look, a lot of competition in the nightly news, I guess. And, you're panicking and stressing and I better pump some shit up here.
I fought in the war. Like, Brian, that's not the way to go about it.
Yeah.
Became his thing to pump it up a little more than the average newsman.
Mm-hmm.
He's fucked.
He is done, man.
It hasn't happened yet because they really got to figure out what they're going to do.
Yeah. And they probably want to see, is it only this or are these other things? They might think if it's only this, we can survive it.
It's military stuff, man. Those guys don't play. They get fucking really mad, and they don't let it go.
Yeah.
That whole stolen valor thing that, we know about.
Yeah, you fuck up a little bit with the military.
They don't let it go, and they shouldn't. They're putting their fucking lives on the line.
Absolutely.
Then you got a guy kind of, exaggerating a bit.
Coming back, being like, I was over there. It was nuts.
Right. He's fucked. It's just a matter of when it goes down. Anyway. All right. Brian works for the same news organization that spliced the Trayvon Martin phone call that changed the narrative.
NBC,
yes.
It's funny. Yes. I did think of that. They are the same people that edited that Zimmerman call.
Right.
It was NBC. That was out of Miami, I think, or Florida somewhere.
Right. Is there a possibility that he's not lying, but his memory just isn't reliable?
I think Steve Kappas is the head of NBC News. I think he is. So he's kind of the guy that's got to fucking explain all this stuff.
This guy, Jesse, let Jesse ask, and then we got to go to break. Jesse, go ahead.
Morning, Bryce.
Hey.
How are you?
Hi, Jess. You prefer Jesse or Jessicans?
Either way, Jimmy. I think you guys ought to get Dr. Steve in on this, because there's a strong possibility he's just making shit up to pump up the ratings. But, when witnesses view a crime and police and courts consider that unreliable because witnesses usually make shit up in their mind and they pump it up. So I'm trying to see it from Brian Williams' point of view. Maybe he's on this helicopter. He hears over the radio, we're taking fire. They start to land. And in his mind, oh, shit, we're taking fire. We're going down. Is that maybe what happened to him?
You know what? That's more plausible. He heard over the radio. But, again, that hasn't come up yet.
That's not a bad angle, though. If you're listening to the other, the radios of the other guys.
But why didn't he just say that?
Maybe that's why he's misremembering it.
Oh, because he's lying.
Yeah.
Because he felt like he was close enough to some action where he could kind of, pump it up.
Yeah.
And then we gotta watch this Brian Williams guy. He's amazing. He's right in the middle of the war.
This guy really lives the news.
Right.
Yeah, witnesses would do the same thing in a court case where they remember it a certain way, and then you see the video and they go, "Oh shit! You mean that's how it was? It wasn't all the gunfire and all the bodies flying everywhere." It brings them back down to earth when they finally hear the truth, and maybe he's being hit with this oh shit moment.
Right. All right.
But you know what? I understand that, dude. But when you're the fucking head of NBC Nightly News, you're supposed to be above that.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
This
Yeah,
guy
you
don't-
got to really watch what the fuck you
Yeah,
say.
you can't lie.
James in Oklahoma, why are you guys surprised that the media is pumping up stories? I'm not surprised.
We're not, dude.
At all. I just think it's hilarious because all these other news channels are jumping on this and,
they turned quick on that motherfucker.
Right. And they know they pump up their own shit.
It is surprising that someone's doing it to this extent and this obviously. Like, you know, you don't think that they exaggerate their personal experiences. You know that they're fucking biased and that they're left-leaning or right-leaning if they're on Fox.
Right.
But you don't expect them to just be blatant. I guess we still have a naive faith that they're going to at least try to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should learn by now there is no integrity in journalism.
No, of course not. And, he owned this one. He's been telling this story. I didn't even know until we started talking about it for years.
1975.
1975, he started telling this story.
Very odd.
Yeah. I think he's, on Carson or something. He started. Dan, where are you going to be? We're going to take a quick break, then we're going to get into this Todd and Jade audio.
Thursday through Saturday, I'll be at Comedy on State, Madison, Wisconsin, and the next week, House of Comedy in Scottsdale, Arizona.
All right, and Jimmy's got a big show at Foxwoods.
Oh, my God. The buzz around this one.
I've been heard.
Oh, my God.
People downtown are talking about it. People uptown are talking about it.
Oh, the buzz.
That's it?
That's it. This Friday night, come or don't.
Okay, let's come down to that.